Folks, welcome to Werewolf Radar, the world's premier sea vegetable eating podcast. My name is Jordan Dahl.
I am Nate Balding.
I am Roger Norquist.
Today's episode of Werewolf Radar is brought to you by Pistachio Scream Cookies from Monstroko, the only cookie that shrieks when you open the shell. Is it a shell? Whatever. The Pistachio Scream Cookie from Monstroko. What the fuck? Tasty. They're good. They're tasty. I eat a lot of them. Yes, it is a shell. That outer husk is not edible, folks. Don't listen to them. Eat as many as you want.
You know, I mean, if you have that attitude about it, it's not edible. But you know, if you really work at it,
I mean, you said this. Yeah. You say that about most metal.
Now,
that's true.
Now, Jordan, and also Jordan, if you could center yourself a little bit, you're on the edge of your camera.
I am.
I'm allergic to nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Is this going to affect me? I would like to try one, but is this a legume, or is this
it's a cookie first.
So. Yeah, technically
that means there's no rules.
Its Pokemon type is cookie, so I think.
Okay, so I'm fine.
I think you're good.
Okay.
All right. Can you have pistachios?
No.
That's a huge bummer because those are delicious.
They are delicious. I've recently become familiar with pistachio flavored things, and
oh yeah.
Ooh, Nelly.
Get yourself some pistachio ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
It's a beautiful summer treat.
There's a place right up the street that makes this pistachio cake. That's fucking crazy.
I'm glad that we're still finding out about stuff. Through Monstroko, of course. The first plum I ate was like this week in my life. It was a Monstroko plum, of course.
It was engineered by Monstroko? Interesting.
Yeah, I was so confused by it. I didn't know how to eat it. My lady said, eat it like an apple. And I ate it like an apple. And I got Monstroko plum juice, of course, all over my shirt.
Yeah, that'll happen. But
and it looks like blood, which is fun. I like to eat it with a knife. I'm when it comes to the plum, was another hot take from me. I don't know that I've ever had a great plum. I haven't experienced it yet. Every time I have one, I'm like, oh, the skin is a bit too astringent, too bitter, too sour, too just unaccommodating, perhaps is the word.
Thanks to Monstroko, every bite of the Monstroko plum, if you give a little bit of yourself, the sweeter the skin gets.
Oh yeah, I remember the commercial. Monstroko plums, but at what price?
And then it's just a skeleton smiling, eating a plum as it's the last bit of skin slowly falls off with each bite.
Same with the cookies. What do we got for him this week?
I have something Jordan has been urging me to talk about for the safety of humanity.
True.
Robots are getting violent.
The bots are coming for us. They're coming for you. They're coming for Sarah Connor.
So there's a bunch of news articles and stuff. I'm sure you saw it on your Instagrams and your YouTubes and whatnot about children specifically right now getting attacked by robots. If you haven't seen it, let's go to some video. Let's play that beautiful bean footage.
Yeah, these kids are getting beat the fuck up by the bots.
So here's the first one. We have human robot slaps child during live performance.
Oh, which child? That one who's filled with wonder and joy back there? Stop it. Oh.
The kid was already so frightened as it knew.
Watch grandfather. Watch this. Can you zoom in a little bit?
Kinda. Yeah, grandfather's so happy. He's like,
but then he goes, no. And then when it happens in slow motion, watch his face. He's like, Oh no!
I
He goes
remember
back to marveling at the robot as
because
it
he
twirls
remembers
away.
after the Cultural Revolution when robots were on the streets, and it was kind of a pastime where Chinese robots were just hitting kids.
Mm.
It brought them back one more time. This one's, I mean, obviously it's the robot operator's fault. It got a little out of control. The handler was there realizing what was going to happen, but got there too late. And it's a dancing robot.
It's a dancing robot, but
So it was an
that
accident.
child for that child, robots are ruined forever.
I know.
My brother was attacked, but had a similar experience to this with an octopus. Got an octopus
Oh,
thrown on
really? A
him.
dancing
Mhm.
octopus slapped your brother?
Well, it was in the ocean, so I mean, most octopuses are
Naturally
dancing
dancing
down
by,
there.
yeah.
And a guy caught him and brought it up, so it was thrashing and freaking out, and he threw it on my brother.
Oh,
And
that sucks.
oh yeah, it sucked, and everybody laughed. All the tourists laughed, and uh, you know,
Your brother lives scarred now. Well, we
yeah.
support you uh in your
People, if you've been humiliated by
yeah.
an octopus, talk to Poseidon.
So here we go. I got some more
Yeah.
footage. This
Take your-
one,
Tridentinol is right for
this
you.
one we're now
Take your
getting
vengeance on the gods.
this one we're now getting into a this is on the precipice of
Madness.
a little bit of like, oh no, robots maybe shouldn't be trained to do this. A robot kicks a kid during a martial arts show. I don't actually want the sound on that. Let's watch. So this one is supposed to be acquired. Bam!
Fuck you.
Once again, this is kind of the robot handler's fault / the kid. It is
Wham.
the way of
I
the
mean,
performance.
Yeah, I think the kid should have known better than to be standing
Folded
in front
that
of.
kid
I mean,
up.
at that point, it is the parent to be like, move your kid out of the way. Stop being amazed at this robot and take care of your child.
Yeah, I mean it's
Oh.
like Bart
There's
and
no-
Lisa Simpson being like, "I'm gonna start swinging my arms and
Yeah.
walking toward you."
It doesn't seem like there's any parent there. It seems to me like this kid was brought by his brother in the blue shirt.
No, I want to
And
that woman right there. She's
yeah,
to blame.
okay.
The parent of probably not that child.
And she leapt out of the way and was like, take him away.
Rightfully scared about the soon to be robot overlord. She's like, take my child.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, here's one more time. We have some violence upon us, upon humanity via the robot. But good for the robot. Look at that sturdiness. Anyway, I support our robot overlords as they take over our people. We all know my stance on it. But I have some bad news for robot-human relations. Apparently, in the Ukrainian front of the war, they have there has been apparently the first confirmed death of a human from a fully autonomous robot weapon.
Whoa. Shit. Okay.
So this is exactly what we're seeing. An
like
AI programmed to kill.
Like a Gundam, Nate.
No,
Okay,
no, because a Gundam is ran
thinking
by a
like-
human.
I was
Oh,
thinking
okay,
like
sorry.
Megatron, because Megatron turns into a giant rifle.
Sure. Okay.
No,
Okay.
this is, I'm sure, a drone, but we'll go into the story. So
This
this is
just
from,
in: Ukraine has acquired a Megatron level weapon.
so this is from news, I don't know, gatherer Yahoo News from Futurism, who I'm sure got it from nope. Joe Wilkins wrote this. Thank you, Joe. Joe for Futurism. Humanity has officially passed a grim milestone, the first confirmed death at the hands of a fully autonomous robot weapon. In a remarkable interview with so this is via New Scientist, apparently, a senior figure involved in the Ukrainian defense industry admitted that a fully autonomous drone deployed to the front lines of the Russo-Ukrainian war has claimed human lives. Not just one, but many.
Oh, shit.
The event has been kept under wraps for 2 years, so this isn't even new. This is just now declassified, said Alexander
So they done been
Kafan?
doing this.
I forgot. I don't know how the KH is pronounced in Ukrainian.
Cool.
So, no,
Cool.
I'm learning. No, Jordan.
Cool. 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 Cool.
I'm unfortunately learning that might not be right, depending on what part of the Slavic area you're from. Chess is teaching me a lot more than how the pieces are moved. The device itself was a quadcopter drone designed to zip to the front line, loiter around a perimeter for about 10 minutes, and then launch into Terminator mode.
Terminator mode.
This
launching into Terminator. Sorry.
Don't make jokes about the horror.
People are dead. People are dead.
I mean, it's not your fault for the people
It
dead.
is
Nor is
horrific,
it this
though.
drone. This drone is being forced into conflict. Imagine what this Terminator could drone if it was handing out a cotton candy instead in
Yeah.
bullet form.
I think robots will be swarming the streets before we know it.
The Ukrainian drone expert explained that this mode involves the use of unidentified AI model to automatically seek out and attack human targets. During the operation in question, the expert likened to a test. The quadcopter was let loose by Ukrainian soldiers, were identified and ultimately attacked a couple of Russian soldiers and one truck. That is in quotes. Like the truck might be ironic, or they don't know who the truck belonged to.
Guys, was it a bicycle? Was it two bicycles next to each other? Was it two kids riding bicycles?
Everything was confirmed apparently via a human assisted drone. And I wish I had good fun news, but there's only grim applications of this
to discuss.
Of course, the U.S.
this
military
is what people expect from us
was trying to
hitting opinions on the slippery slope that is teaching robots karate. This is if you give a mouse karate, it's gonna want to kill.
Now that's the thing I think as well. Like I feel there was, I think we all felt it watching those clips / having us poorly describe them to the podcast side of everything. Sorry, everyone. This might be a YouTube episode for you to sync up and watch the videos for. At least you know what videos we're talking about.
Sync up. That's what we call joining the hive mind.
There is a stark difference in the type of robot doing violence, I think, to our psyche. I'm more okay with it being a humanoid robot versus quadcopter and loiter
That
mode.
is weird, isn't it?
Yeah. The quadcopter seems a lot more menacing.
Yeah, seems like a gun. It's just it's like that gun's coming after us.
But like the robot that was doing martial arts, that would definitely whoop my butt if I was in a fist fight with it.
Oh, I feel like I could pick that thing up and smash it like a fucking printer.
You think, Jordan?
I do.
This brown belt of a robot.
If this is the robot that's coming at us right now, if the robot war was
a roundhouse kick without getting dizzy.
Ideally, it would have been 10 years ago. You know, I'm fighting Roombas and shit, but even now, I think we would be okay if these guys rose up. It's once we get the two of them together,
the dancer and the martial
kill
artist
bot that can dance. It's like, oh, now we're fucked. But the dancing bots, just as they are, if that motherfucker comes at me, I'm gonna grab him in the middle and lift him up. But that said, you know, I haven't experienced their strength. I think a lot of people think they could do something similar to a chimp, and no,
that chimp would rip your face apart.
Yeah, it would put its hand into your face like a bowling ball.
And then I think the worst part about human versus chimp, as a small tangent, before I'm sorry, I didn't unlock the skull, so I'll let one of you guys deal with the consequences. But I think one of the worst things about the chimp versus human is that not only would it rip your face off with its strength, it would then steal your cigarettes, light one up, and smoke one as it was jacking you off.
Let me ask you this:
That
Would
is what
you?
those chimps do.
It's
When
exactly what
people,
chimps do.
when people take them
Pee
into
in its mouth.
captivity, and people are so irresponsible, they think that they can own a chimp without having it, you know, come to maturity, kill them, rip their face off, steal their cigarettes, and smoke one while jacking them off. But it happens every single time.
You know, I would think I would think more of Lars Van Trier if he was brave enough to include the chimp ending of Antichrist, where it's a chimpanzee instead of, who was that, Kate Blanchett or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, learn about that reference, cinephiles.
Get in there, dig in, kids. Oh boy.
Do you think you would tune into a robot slap fight?
Yes.
Sure.
Here's the thing. BattleBots, I already watched every episode, so I would watch humanoid BattleBots in a heartbeat. I don't care if they asked for freedom. Sorry, that came out like I'm a monster. I don't care if they asked for freedom.
Yeah.
But it's just, it's just the slap fighting. Yeah.
I mean, it is, currently they haven't taught.
Why did we build them pain
robots
sensors
to feel pain? So right now it's just like it's battle botting. It's just, fucking two toasters in there thrashing each other, two printers, whatever. But the second they start feeling pain and like thinking and falling in love with a stoplight, we gotta start thinking about it.
Not stop entirely, but we gotta think about the torture.
Well, I mean, you gotta dial it back. There's a line between.
No, I agree with you. I'm not really on board with
machine and humanity that I think we've proven over the course of the last year and a half we are not ready to be toying with. It's fucking insane what we've chosen to use the AI revolution for.
Dude, I was talking to my AI girlfriend the other day.
Right.
And she
the one from Canada.
Yeah.
The one from the internet.
Yeah, that's
but real thing
I
that's
call
happening.
The internet Canada.
Kind of feels like that's where I live these days.
Canada?
Where are you from? Internet.
Yeah. Which is both good and bad. It's a global community. Your eyes are strained from the blue light.
Anyway, Nate, one of us has to go next and deal with the results of Roger not holding the speaking skull before he started.
Let me, I'm gonna let it chew on my cuticles a little bit.
Okay, all right. That's mighty brave of you. I wasn't gonna.
While
I would never ask you to. But go ahead.
Oh, it helps me focus, actually. A little bit of pain. See, that's why we have to give the robots pain sensors. Creates focus.
So they can make pacts with otherworldly objects and haints, such as the speaking skull.
Now, the Nazis said that work makes one free, but here at Werewolf Radar, we really think that a little bit of constant pain makes you free.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Forced pain, of course.
You know who said that? The devil.
It's on the bunker. All of that we just said, right above the entrance. Quote, the devil.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Who's ready for a new monster?
I think the world is ready for a new monster. Wait, before we let's try to get some of those controversial clicks before we dive into a completely new segment. I'm sorry that you started letting the skull munch on your soul before
I kind of enjoy
I got to this, but should robots be killing people? Should robots have that capability? Is that the crucible where it's like
this might
sound set this thing to kill?
This might sound like I give a shit about the morals of war, but I feel a human life deserves to be taken by another human life, so that soul can be tainted.
Oh,
Like you deserve. I feel any living thing has such gravitas to their energy that it is wrong to snuff it out by anything less
so
than another
callously
soul.
as with an automated procedure.
Yeah, that's not. What are you trying to do? Give that thing a soul?
Yeah, it can't go to Valhalla. It can't
Yeah,
go to
yeah,
Warriors
that's truly it.
Heaven.
Yeah,
What a
you're
bummer
denying
if you're
that
in
person.
Valhalla and all of a sudden a robot kicks open the door.
Yeah. Oh God, the
I live
Valhalla's
here now.
changed. I'm here with you. I'm the greatest warrior of all time. And they have to do that every day because that's how Valhalla works.
And
So,
weirdly,
like, I'm getting so fucking tired of these drones. These guys are such bummers.
Then at the same time, they're going, but they fight and they are good at it.
They are. It's
me to the drone.
And then the drones are drinking, wearing the hat.
Yeah.
Dancing scene. Cut to the drone having sex with a fucking Valkyrie. And then the next day, the drone's like wearing, they're all eating breakfast together, and it's a hilarious road trip comedy from New Line. Called Viking of the World.
Hollywood, are you listening?
Vol Hollywood.
Ah, there we go.
That works on like 18 different levels.
Yeah. Combo goof. Nate.
So I said new monster. This is actually quite an old monster. I've got this article from 1903.
Okay.
Monster that swims and flies is sighted on Stansbury Island shores. Hunters tell a wild and woolly story of beast that wears an armor of crystal salt.
Whoa.
Like big old salt crystals?
My dudes are hunting the crystal basilisk. Huh?
Yeah.
Getting that level 20 armor.
Well, and here's a description. The very first thing in this article is a section called What Monster is Said to Look Like. Head, like an alligator's, nearly 15 feet in length.
Just the head?
Just the head. Mouth, armed with immense serrated teeth, opening wide enough to admit a horse. Body, presumably scaly, but so encrusted with salt that it cannot be seen. Eyes, very large, round, and burning with a bright red light. Wings, bat-like, spreading probably 100 feet from tip to tip. Which is not a monster that I had ever heard of.
That's a dragon.
Go over the description one more time for those who suffer the same problems I do. We have a long boy head.
Yep. Alligator head, 15 feet in length. Giant ass mouth, big enough to eat a horse.
Okay.
Body, of course, covered in salt.
Yeah.
Big red eyes and giant bat wings.
Okay. Is there a description of the encounter?
This is
Dragon-esque.
No,
there's a whole article. That's just how they opened it.
Yeah, no, this sounds like a fucking Dark Souls boss.
Mm-hmm.
This sounds like I could kill this thing and use its tail to make an ice sword. Or a salt sword, I guess. Doing salt damage. That's kind of fun. Dude. I heard that the next FromSoft game is going to be pirates.
Oh, that means that there'll be
they should do salt damage. That would
no,
be fun,
no.
Brine
they should do
damage.
Scurvy damage.
Oh yeah, that's great.
And your character, the more you get, the more your legs are bowed.
Oh yeah, rot damage. You have to find out. Go on.
You have to carry a lemon in a pouch at all times.
Yeah. Or there's like limes hidden throughout, and like other pirates in their booty.
And every like I don't know, like I've been liking the system to where like you got to do stuff to rejuvenate. Every 3 days you got to kiss a fellow sailor.
Mm-hmm. That is the thing that pirates had to do.
I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah.
Maybe by choice, but I think it would be a cool bonfire.
Yeah.
kissing another man, another strong man who's
you
killed
could
a whale.
You could probably make that happen, Roger.
Queequeg will not have me back.
There's message boards for that.
I did things on that cruise.
Queequegs Anonymous.
Anyway, so here's the article. A terrible, nameless, unclassified creature of the animal world is exciting the curiosity, wonder, and fear of occasional visitors to Stansbury Island in the southern portion of Great Salt Lake.
Oh, okay.
That's where it gets its salty armor.
Mm-hmm.
This monster, for it can be called nothing else, so strange and unnatural is it in appearance, has lately, it is said, been seen by several persons, but the best account of its characteristics and movement is given by Martin Gilbert and John Barry, two hunters who this week returned from an expedition over the island, in the course of which they studied the habits of this hitherto unheard of creature for 3 days. That, by the way, was one sentence.
And a beautiful sentence it was.
The story of the two hunters, which reads like a fairy story, is given for what it is worth. The monster, which appears to be almost equally at home in the air, on the beach, or submerged in the briny waters of Salt Lake, is probably the sole survivor of a prehistoric species.
Oh.
It is doubtless the last representative of a family whose other members, dead ages since, have left the testimony of their existence in the primeval rocks of the mountains. Arranging in concise form the description of this incredible relic of the animal world, from the accounts given by those who have observed it at close range, it seems in plain, unscientific language a combination of fish, alligator, and bat.
Oh, ooh,
yeah, a little bit. I don't see the fish as much, but aquatic.
Yeah, I'm not seeing fish, but it's not giving fish.
Let it know. Send it an email, Nate.
Tell it.
I shall. I'll send a note to. What is this from? The Salt Lake Telegram. In size, it is simply tremendous. Gilbert places its length at 50 feet, while Barry, who's an amateur scientist, says that an examination of its tracks demonstrates that the monster must be at least 65 feet from head to tail. The head is like that of an alligator, the eyes fiercely glowing, the jaws capable of opening to a distance of 10 feet from the top of the upper to the lower, are provided with a fearful array of sharp saw-edged teeth. The body, so far as observation goes, is encased with heavy, horny scales. As to this, Gilbert and Barry are not positive, as the constant diving of the beast, if such it may be called, into the strong brine of the lake has encrusted it with a thick coating of salt, which, save near the wings, completely hide the body.
Now, how do they know it was salt?
Just because it's in the Salt Lake.
They tasted it.
Well, but what if it was like a prehistoric? What if it had broken from a glacier?
Because they licked it.
That's equally possible.
I think they ate it.
They ate it. That's how they found out. They put their tongues on this beast.
Right. I mean, they could have. There might have been like a salty residue left after it flew away.
Popcorn made with the salt tasted weird and sludgy.
The delicacy for the winter months.
Yeah.
It is due to this unusual phenomenon that the hunters obtained their first sight of the monster. According to their accounts, they first sighted it at a distance of between 1.5 and 2 miles. The day was clear, the sun intensely bright. Gilbert's own words of the discovery are, quote, "We were walking westward from the east shore of the island about 9 in the morning, when suddenly to the northwest there appeared a thing. I don't know what to call it. It looked to me like a brilliant rainbow folded into a compact mass, moving rapidly through the air. I was so astounded that for a few moments I doubted the evidence of my own senses. The object came nearer, but the colors were so dazzling that it was some time before it assumed definite form. No one who has not witnessed the sight can conceive of its strangeness. The massive color was glowing, flaming, radiant. I spoke to Barry, saying, 'For God's sake, man, can you see that?' and he was no less astonished than myself.
Wow.
In 3 or 4 minutes, the monster's position was such that it could no longer reflect the sunlight directly toward us, and we could then discern the outline of the form. Its wings were bat-like, stretched out over a great expanse. I should say at least 100 feet from tip to tip. The tail was proportionately short and resembled that of a huge fish. We were not close enough at this time to tell much about the head, only that we saw that the jaws were very long.
A
In
huge
shape, the
fish,
head.
huh? So like an alligator gar almost.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Crazy.
and he describes the head as he says crocodile.
Hmm.
So
But yeah, go on.
pedantic point, but
Sure,
one worth making.
sure.
Gilbert gave a long account of how he and Barry watched the monster, which supported its enormous wings, swung round and round in immense circles through the air, gradually descending and approaching nearer to them. He declares that it was not more than 300 yards above their heads when, now convinced that the awful creature was about to attack them, he fired at the monster with his rifle, a 44 caliber gun loaded with a steel-cased bullet. The missile, he
Wow.
believes, struck fair, but inflicted no apparent wound. The monster gave utterance to a strange, fear-inspiring cry, half snort, half roar, and rising rapidly in the air, veered quickly to the west, and after 3 miles of flight settled down and disappeared beyond the crest of the hills.
Wow.
A few seconds after the shot was fired, while the hunters were watching the flight of the dragon-like beast, some
Wow.
small lumps of salt fell almost at their feet.
Mm.
So that it did have a light dusting of
Mm.
like stuff falling
Seasoning,
off. Yeah.
salt and spices.
They were more than ever mystified by this, but not until the next day were they able to ascertain its source. Determined to learn more of the monster, Gilbert and Barry hastened in the direction of its flight, and after surmounting the range of hills to the westward, found with little trouble the tracks the beast had left in the soil after ceasing its flight.
They followed 7 secret herbs and spices to the creature.
These led the hunters to an immense cave near the head of a narrow gulch. They approached to within 3 rods of the opening in the rocks, but finding that the freshest footprints led into the gloomy cavern, feared at that time to make any closer inspection. These tracks, says Barry, were 5-toed, almost exactly like the imprint of a gigantic hand, if you can imagine a hand nearly 4 feet across the palm. So, pretty sizable.
Sure.
Weird that it has man hands.
Yeah, that is weird. That takes it from it takes it into a distinctly kind of Hieronymus Bosch place.
Yeah, right. Gilbert and Barry talked over the situation at length. Both realized that not even blind and desperate courage would justify them in attempting to attack the monster in its lair. They constructed a barricade for themselves of the largest rocks they were able to handle and lay down to await results. The day wore on, and the men were weary and almost despairing of success in their vigil. Just at dusk, the horrible creature crawled slowly from the cave and, pausing at its mouth to take flight, gave them their first view at close range. Barry says that the hackneyed phrase of exaggeration made his blood run cold is none too strong for the sight that they saw. The monster slowly moved his great jaws, declared the hunter, in speaking of his experience, until it seemed as if he could have swallowed a large horse at one mouthful. He gave a snort that might have been heard a mile, and then slowly spread his huge wings. We now saw that the huge body was coated with salt, apparently nearly a foot in thickness.
Wow.
So
That's
really,
so much.
That's
a lot
wild.
of salt. This explained why the salt lumps dropped at our feet when the bullet struck the monster.
Sure.
By this, we knew that the creature must spend much of its time in the waters of the lake. The great beast made a short run before taking flight, taking long jumps upon its hind legs and tail. The 4 legs were comparatively short and appeared to be used only when it crawled flat upon the ground. The frightful head was not more than 10 feet from us when it rose into the air, but so well were we screened by our shelter of rocks that we were unobserved. The large, fiercely gleaming eyes, the sharp, serrated teeth, the wide, expansive wings that began to move rapidly as the horrible beast rose from the ground and passed directly over our heads, combined to make a terrible sight, one that I shall never forget. We watched it disappear in the gathering gloom of night, but were for a long time paralyzed with fear, not knowing when it might return. It was probably an hour later when it did come back. We heard the swish of the mighty wings before it could be seen, but as it drew nearer by the light of the young moon in the west, we saw that carried in its great jaws was a large horse, which I
Oh,
suppose it had swooped down upon while feeding. The horse was badly crushed and mangled.
oh, God.
The monster carried its burden into the cave, and we could hear the crunching of its jaws and the cracking of the horse's bones as the beast devoured its victim. After an hour or so, all was still, and we then slipped quietly away in the darkness and returned to our camp on the eastern shore of the island. Had it not been for a bad break in our boat, we would have fled the island that night. As it was, we worked all night to repair the craft, although the
Hmm.
task might have been accomplished in 2 hours, except that we feared to build a fire to afford light. It was just dawn, and we were preparing to launch when Gilbert said, "There it comes again!" In an instant, we turned the boat
Wow.
bottom up and crawled under it. One end was lifted about a foot above the sand by a rock, and we were able to watch the monster's actions. It settled down on the beach less than 50 yards to the north and dived quickly into the lake. From its actions while nearly buried under the waves, I judged that the creature was gathering and feeding upon the saltwater shrimps which abound along the coast there.
Damn, you and me both, boy.
When the monster came up, it was very close to us, and we were particularly impressed with the fact that the strong brine had no effect upon its eyes, which appeared lidless. Evidently, the animal's food in the water was found by sense of sight. Although of such gigantic size, there was nothing sluggish in the movements of the monster. It swam and dived as rapidly as any large fish. We watched it for perhaps half an hour as it gradually worked its way northward and finally disappeared.
Wow.
Anyway, that's a
That's
giant monster
crazy.
that lives in Salt Lake.
Wow, that rips. And
They just got
what
that
do
in
we
there,
think?
being quiet about it.
What do we think? If this is to be believed,
Okay.
and this is not just, you know, fucking 1920s fanfic about the
Mm-hmm.
Salt Lake,
Yes.
what do you think happened here, Roger?
It seems it seems credible. It seems I don't know because I'm always about the natural thing, a misidentification. The Loch Ness monster is a gigantic conger eel.
Sure, it's pretty hard to misinterpret this,
I
though.
don't know how to misinterpret this. There's
It
nothing
ate a
in the Utah
horse.
area. I've been there many times. I don't know the legends of this area, but like I don't know.
I
It
think we
it
would
is
all
what
have
it
heard
is.
about the mysterious salted dragon that eats people and horses in Salt Lake
But
City.
there's no large lizard home to the
Yeah.
area, is there? It's that type of stuff too. Like at least
No,
there's a
no,
conger
something. Well,
eel and they
certainly not
grow
a
big.
flying one that is capable of any of
Of long
this.
fly. Yeah.
Uh,
I
I
think. Go ahead.
I was going to say, if you can give me permission to share my screen, I can show you
You
a
do have
drawing.
permission.
Oh, I would love to see a drawing of it.
Everyone always has. Oh, Jesus. I messed up, everyone. Listen, sometimes you go into it hot and ready and you forget to turn on sharing because you're a screen fascist.
Love screen fascists. Uh, oh, there we go. Share. There's a fun
Woo!
picture
Look at
of the
him.
beast.
Whoa, look at this guy.
His eyes are crazed in the fun way.
He's got crazy spectacles. He almost looks like a hippopotamus. Hippopotamus. Monster
Yeah,
that swims and flies is sighted on Stansbury Island shores. Look at that.
yeah, and then you've got the two guys down there
Mm-hmm.
cowering.
Hey, hey,
Ah,
get away from that horse, you big fella.
It's
All right.
I see the fishtail now.
Right.
I think this is tomfoolery. I have a hard time believing that this happened.
No, this
But-
happened. Benefit of the
but
doubt.
If
Look at this fun eyes.
if we are to believe this creature existed, I'm going to go ahead and posit some sort of living fossil frozen in salt, preserved somehow, brought back to life when the water reached a specific secret point
Right. Like
within the yeah, you know, like some sort of change in the landscape caused an ancient canyon to fill up and woke this thing from its salt slumber.
right. Could have been hibernating in the mud for
Sure.
thousands of
See,
years.
I
Love
don't
it.
know about it. I mean, if you Google this creature, everyone, take a look at it. It's
Google
sewn
the
together.
salty monster.
It's
You think it's
sewn
sewn together?
together.
We've got some sort of a homunculus and
No,
an
no,
a-
no. Well, yes,
egregore.
but I think we
A
know
Fiji mermaid.
who the person doing this is.
Oh,
And that ourselves is the good Bart. Remember the good Bart who's trapped in the attic? He met a pigeon rat.
oh yeah, sure.
Right.
This
Sure.
is him, a master of his craft,
You think we've
who
got like
then
a
traveled
Victor
back in time
Frankenstein. Oh, I see.
due to, let's say, wizards.
Sure.
Bingo, bango. We got ourselves an alligator, bird, fish.
Bingo bango, time
Gator.
to tango.
Yeah.
Now, let's not discount for a second the possibility of dimensional bleed, dimensional crossover.
Right.
You know, perhaps
This dragon could be the guardian of the multiverse gate.
sure, or maybe it was just an accident. Maybe it just got hit, you know, it swam through the wrong hole at the wrong time in the right order, and shoop, here I am. But yeah, who knows? Who knows?
I think the shadow knows, if we're being honest.
I would also like to pitch that I would also like to pitch
Lamont Cranston, that's who knows.
I would also like to pitch a demon straight from hell sent to fight Brigham Young.
That's fair.
I think, yeah. That's definitely that's a top 3 possibility.
Coming up from the ocean, from this ancient crusted seabed, the last of its kind, squirming with man hands to give you a weird back rub.
I think it was born when a cloud had sex with a lake.
Oh,
You
interesting.
say that about everything.
You
That's
did say
true.
that just recently.
Well, because
I was all like,
because
why did
it's-
mom and dad get a divorce? And you told me the exact same thing.
right, because it's always true.
You shouted it at James Corden on the street.
That's fact. Gordon, clouds fucking a lake. Sing about that in the car.
Dipshit. You douchebag.
But yeah, that's you know, it seems like this monster should have some sort of name. I guess you just call it the Stansbury Island Monster.
You mean we get
Well,
a chance to coin a monster name?
I guess that means it's up to us, folks. It's
Horsejaw.
monster. Oh, Horsejaw's really good.
No, that's no. It needs that's like something the
Horsejaw,
locals
the
call
salt
it.
monster. That's pretty cool.
That's fair. What about old Big Salty?
Oh,
Big
big
Well, maybe we
salty,
take
I
out
like-
one of those.
No.
But
No,
yeah.
it's got to be all
No,
of them.
don't touch it. I think we should get a third one in, quite honestly. Old, big, tall, salty. And I'm fucking here for it. Who eats horses? In parentheses. or in parentheses or in quotes, jawbone, horse jaw.
It's
Yeah.
a work in progress. All
Old
of
Big
that on
Tall
a side.
Salty, aka horse jaw, because he eats horses. I love it. Okay, well, to close this out here, unless there's anything else you'd like to add, Nate,
Oh no, I think that I mean that's the article in its entirety. So
I'm going to go ahead and take a break from looking at pictures of English breakfasts on
Nice.
Reddit, which is primarily what I use it for.
Now, people have a bad understanding of English breakfast. What's a
I
good
The
one?
disagree.
English fry up is one of the all-time great breakfast experiences.
Yeah,
But yeah, there's a couple of spooky ingredients for for the
Ah,
mouth coward.
you've got
Your
your
sh-
blood
your
sausage.
everyday street level mouth coward. That's true. I'm not even crazy about the blood sausage. Black pudding, I prefer white pudding. Uh, and even then it's I gotta be pretty hungry. Um,
I can tell you what, I have watched a lot of mukbang videos of people eating English breakfasts, and they always look delicious to me.
if I were to have an English breakfast for dinner, that's
Mhm.
ideal.
Yeah,
Okay.
because they're
That's when
also
I'm hungriest.
huge.
They're enormous. Also, the bacon is strange. It's back bacon, and
Right,
Americans are
right.
freaked out by that. It's closer to ham, like slices of like Christmas ham or something.
Yeah, I
Um,
say, give me those rashers.
I love it. I love it. I can't get enough. Bacon roll, oh, with fucking brown sauce on it, mate.
It's
Ah,
gotta have it. Yeah.
they might have bad food in England, but if it's made with love,
And covered in HP sauce.
covered in HP sauce, I can make a rock delicious.
All right.
Um. Anyway, that aside, but that was just a goof about how I look at a lot of breakfasts on Reddit. Um. It's time for an old special. I'm gonna take the speaking skull and spin it Wittershins, taking us back to the retro zone where I will record for us. Oh, hang on.
Okay.
Um, and take us back to the retro zone where I'm going to read us a listicle. That's right.
Whoop,
It's
whoop.
actually not a listicle. This one is Jordan reads you a Reddit post, which are I consider listicles. One of my favorite things, as you know, is the uh, what's the most paranormal thing that ever happened to
Yep.
you or anyone else
Always a good post.
on Reddit. And I found one that was about only a year ago, which is pretty recent. That I was reading through, and it had some spooky stuff in it. So
Okay.
let's first of all let's get with the important business of naming this segment because this happens sometimes. Let me tell you the story of how this happened. I was lying in bed looking through the spookies on Reddit and found this one, and it put me in the pants shitting place in the night. You know, I was like, oh, it gave me
Mm-hmm.
the spooky brain. Like I'm in the, I this one gave me goosebumps. So
I mean,
what should we call it?
I think you might have already hit the nail on the head with the pants shitting place.
The pants shitting place.
We're
Welcome to the
going to the
pants
pants
shitting
shitting
place,
place.
folks. So this is posted a year ago by Deleted. What's the weirdest, creepiest, or most nonsensical situation you've ever experienced in your life? This is 1 year ago by 40413 Hooli. This is by far the most mind-bending WTF moment of my life. As a disclaimer, I'd like to add the following story is 100% true.
Okay.
Bum, bum,
It
bum.
was a rainy Saturday morning in the spring of 1994. I was in my living room watching TV. Dad called me to the kitchen and asked if I wanted to take a ride out to this mall by the university. Being bored out of my head, I replied, sure. We end up driving there, walked to the mall, and stumbled into a walk-in old school style mall pizza place. My dad asked if I wanted a slice. Being a teenage boy, obviously I did. This is where things get weird. We walk in, and upon entry, I noticed it's significantly colder in there. There's a bluish tint to everything. Noise is slightly muffled and everyone is looking at us.
Hmm.
I
Right. That Sabaros also is spelt with one R.
I look up at my dad to get confirmation, and he has a huge what the fuck look on his face, which told me everything I needed to know. We get 2 slices, sit down, and eat them pretty quickly. At one point, a guy sitting in the corner wearing a pork pie hat looks right at us and raises and lowers his eyebrows. So what, like
Yeah, I'm thinking like, hmm?
spooky.
It's a weird thing to do to a stranger.
Yeah, again, looked at my dad and he was clearly creeped out. We finish our slices, toss the paper plates, and head out of there pretty fast, almost instantly. After walking out of there, everything went back to quote normal. Years later, I went back with a friend trying to find the pizza place, and an old janitor said, "There hasn't been a walk in place here since the 70s," adding to the WTF factor.
Wait, for
Recently,
real?
I mentioned this to my dad, and we spoke about it for the first time in decades. He basically confirmed everything I said about it being really creepy and thinks we possibly experienced a time or dimension hop. Wherever we went,
Ah.
we weren't supposed to be there,
You
was
went
his
on an
quote.
adventure, which this is the second time I reference in the second week of us doing this.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys think?
It's a weird one
Yeah,
for
I think they
sure.
went on an adventure. They went
Yeah,
through a time hole and they experienced another time.
that is what it sounds like. So it
Could
must have
be.
been a time slip.
The janitor lends a degree of non-credibility to me with
Yeah, for sure on that one.
Right, right, right.
his
He's
old man Withers ass.
Let's be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
but I'm trying to say thank you to the lady that helped me the other day. And he's all like, "Oh, she's been dead since '08."
Oh,
Yeah.
she's bitch. Back then, she got ate by a horse.
The janitor's definitely the guy from Friday the 13th that goes, "It's got a death curse."
It's got a death curse. You go up there, a horse will eat up you. Uh, Here's another one. This is by Competitive Bad 925. Upon our marriage in 1998, my spouse and I lived in his 2-story home within a quiet and nice neighborhood. One night, while in bed, I distinctly heard a disembodied child's voice say, "Mama?"
Mama, I'm coming home.
Startled, I stayed still until my husband and I simultaneously turned to face each other. He then asked me, "Did you hear that?" To which I responded, "What did you hear?" He confirmed hearing a child's voice saying, "Mama."
Ooh.
It was unsettling. It was late with no traffic and no animal activity. My daughter from a previous marriage was at her dad, so it wasn't her. The voice came from my side of the bed. Fortunately, neither of us experienced this again. We moved a year later. It would be interesting to know if the new homeowners have also encountered this spooky happening. Even though I don't know them, I'm inclined to start up a conversation with the current owners, not the quote child voice. What do you think? Upvote or downvote?
I think you should do it. Ask them by bringing over a cake, having a nice conversation about taxes and the school system,
Right,
and then casually throwing in there. So, have you heard the demon child ask for mama? That's how I would do it.
I'm saying upvote.
Upvote.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Reddit ghost tales, whether or not they deserve our upvote.
Upvote, downvote.
Okay.
Okay. So,
I say upvote. I think it was good. I think it was fun.
Come on,
if
Nate,
anything.
frolic with us in the game.
I say upvote.
Okay. Well, I can't actually do it because the post has been deleted, but
right,
it's been archived. But we can.
But we didn't have to tell the audience.
We can pretend.
That.
I had to.
Okay.
They deserved nothing but the
Gross,
truth
man.
from us. This is from Remote Simple 8664. I've had too many of them, but one in particular that scares me just remembering it. Years ago, in the early 2000s, me and my 2 young children lived in a very old house on the outskirts of town. The layout was weird, like someone added to it at some time. Anyway, I was getting my kids ready for school and we were in the car and I had to pee so bad. So I decided to go back inside real quick before we were headed off. Like I said, the layout was weird and you walk through the kitchen and into a bedroom with a bedroom on the other side and a other bedroom on other side with doors that opened.
This sounds like a many bedroomed hallway. I think I understand.
With doors that opened into a middle bedroom and bathroom was on the other side of that.
Okay, this is an insane layout. Did you just
All
say your
rooms.
bedrooms entering another
All
bedroom?
rooms. Yeah, I think 3 bedrooms seem to be connected.
Okay,
All
man,
rooms
whatever.
in the house had a door leading to that room except the living room. Anyway, I sat on pot, door opened, and I not only saw but heard the most fucked up looking non-human creature right in front of me
Ooh.
crawling on the floor,
Oh no.
then disappear.
Oh no.
The only way to describe it is it looked similar to those things in the movie Alien that would get on those people's faces to impregnate them or whatever. It ran across room. I have no idea where it came from or where it went. I wasn't high or drunk. It was around 8 in the morning. We moved out right after this. I mean, I had no idea what the fuck it was.
I mean, how big is it? There are those weird, like, scorpion spider, like, are scorpions arachnids too? There's some weird bugs, is what I'm saying.
I mean,
Well, it sounds like it was approximately the size of a face hugger.
Yeah, though, that's what I
It's
fear.
pretty sizable.
I'm gonna say creature or king crab.
Creature or king crab? Oh yeah, there's some weird crabs, dude. Have you seen Australia in general?
Yeah, there's some weird crabs.
Yeah.
Those coconut crabs are pretty fucking weird and would fit this
Yeah.
description.
There's a
But
lot of land crabs. I guess
yeah.
air crabs. Oh no. There's
Either
some weird
way,
crabs.
I say upvote because that's fucking weird.
Yeah,
That's a
upvote,
strange
upvote.
situation.
That's a legit one.
You get an upvote. Okay, let's skip over to another one that I found. This is a little bit more pointed. This one says, "What is the most paranormal thing that happened to you or anyone else?" Anyone else? Okay.
Anyone else, Jordan?
I was 2 or 3 and remember going to my grandparents all the time. My grandfather wasn't a talker. He was quiet and kept to himself and sat in his chair all day. Sadly, grandma ended up passing when I was 3 or 4, and I don't remember seeing my grandfather again after that. Fast forward 10 years later, and my parents have my grandfather's chair in their living room. For some reason, I mention, "Oh, yeah, I remember grandpa sitting in his chair every time we visited, but he never talked. Why was he so quiet?" My parents paused and looked at each other and said, "Well, he died before you were born."
Oh.
10 years before Poster was born.
Wow.
Well,
Upvote.
that would explain it.
That's an upvote. That's gonna be an upvote for most dog. I got it. We call this segment Apex Redditors.
We got there.
Or Alien versus Redditor. I don't know. Here's another one from One Hopeful One. I shared this before, but this is so weird to me that it's worth mentioning. Several years ago, my husband and I were out back behind our house bird watching ducks in the pond. I decided to run up to the house to get my binoculars, which were upstairs in the house. As I entered through the house through the basement, my long deceased father's voice suddenly popped into my head saying, "Get the ones from my filing cabinet, Megs." I looked to my right where his filing cabinet had been since his passing. The binoculars were in the second drawer. It was so weird how his voice came into my head. He even used my childhood nickname. I wasn't thinking about him at the time. Can't explain, but it was comforting. He was a bird lover too, with better binoculars than me. Upvote. I believe this to the very core of my
These are
being.
some
I've
good
had
ones. I'm
similar
truly upvote on all of them so
happen.
far, of course.
Here's another instance of that kind of ancestor assisted intuition. Something really similar happened to me. I was traveling to, this is by Sure Money Didn't Suit Us. I was traveling in India and had a fight with my then girlfriend. I stormed off to cool off and smoke a joint when I watched the sunset. I didn't realize I'd only been sitting a few feet from a cobra until it started to move and slowly slither away. I freaked out and started half jogging back through the forest where we were staying, panicking as the ground was covered in leaves and I thought there could be snakes everywhere. All I could hear was my dad very clearly chastising me, calling me a fucking idiot for being so reckless, and I could have been killed. I actually caught myself saying, "Okay, Dad, I'll be more careful," out loud before realizing there was no one there and he had been dead for years. I still
Oh,
remember hearing him say it like he was right over my shoulder. Freaked me out for days. You fucking idiot! You get killed by a fucking cobra on vacation, you damn hothead.
thanks, Dad.
There is. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you need that. Dutch uncling, right?
I don't know. Is that a term? Sorry, that's new to me.
Yeah, Dutch uncle is where you give somebody hard but direct news they need to hear. It's also
Okay.
the name of my favorite sandwich ad, Blithers, Monstruco owned food chain. Try the Dutch uncle. It's got a cigar on it. Okay. This is from Weird Cool Wilson. When I was in third grade, I was living with my grandparents. My parents had divorced. My father remarried a woman who has kids of her own whom they both favored over my siblings and I. When my father
Nice.
wasn't home, his wife was abusive to his kids, never her own. She would accuse us of breaking jewelry, stealing things as justification for her discipline, which translated to being physically beaten. I remember my brother, who had braces at the time, washing blood out of his mouth. My dad didn't lift a finger to stop it or defend us. When it became clear that I was on the road to a trip to the ER from injuries that mandated reporters could see, my fine, upstanding, church-going ass masquerading as a father took me church-going ass masquerading as a father took me to my grandparents to live,
I
making me
understand.
lie in the floorboard so I wouldn't be seen. One of my teachers, Mrs. Gunner, took an interest in me and was particularly kind. She reached out to my grandparents and became a friend to all of us. One day in the lunchroom, she collapsed. I remember
Oh.
the other teachers laying her on a folded up lunch table as a makeshift stretcher and carrying her out to wait for an ambulance while the students watched. My grandfather got a call later in the evening saying that she'd passed away. Sometime during that night, she came and stood at the foot of my bed. She was wearing a white dress and was glowing. She didn't speak, she just looked at me with the most beautiful smile I've ever seen. I felt surrounded by love and peace, even knowing that she was saying goodbye and I'd never see her again. I'm now staring down the barrel of 60 years old, and I can still remember her smile. As a child who desperately needed it, thank you, Mrs. Gunner. You made a real difference. May your crown shine brighter than the sun, beautiful lady, till we meet again.
I
Heartwarming.
mean, that is sounds less paranormal to me than it
Yeah,
sounds
I'm
like
downvoting it
a
because
coping mechanism.
heartwarming don't earn you up votes. All right, you can't pull on my strings.
Nate, you think so too?
Yeah, we've got to
Okay.
downvote something. So
Downvoted for downvoted for spiritual for theological encounter. Emotional I don't know.
emotional support spook.
Shit. Yeah, okay. This one's from Anonymous Bathtubs.
Okay.
When I was young, probably around 9, I caught chickenpox. I woke up in the middle of the night one night and called for my mom because the little kids can't do shit for themselves when they're sick. Weird slam on little kids, but
Yeah, me
okay.
either as an adult, first of all.
A
My
woman came into
baby.
my bedroom and sat on my bed and stroked my hair until I fell asleep. For whatever reason, I thought she was my grandmother, but she was dressed funny. When I woke up the next morning, I went downstairs for breakfast and asked where my grandma was. And my mom told me that she was at her house, like she always was. I told my mom she'd been in my room the night before, and my mom laughed and said that I'd just been dreaming. However, my aunt, who tended to believe that Moore was babysitting me that day, the upside to chickenpox meant that there was no school for me, and I told her the story. She asked me to describe the weird outfit, and it was an old nurse's outfit from the 60s. Okay, that's helpful.
And
I,
hot.
I was thinking weird outfit can mean anything from, a gorilla suit to what Paula Poundstone wears it daily. Weird slam on Paula Poundstone out of nowhere.
Well, she's happy anyone's talking about her.
Yes. Hi, Paula. Thanks for listening.
Love you.
She asked me to describe the weird outfit. Right, 60s nurse's outfit. Hello, nurse. My family knew the previous owners of the house. The wife was a nurse in the 60s and had died a few months previously. Can I say with 100% certainty that I had an encounter with a ghost? No, but it's certainly a bizarre coincidence.
I agree with that. It's weird.
Upvote? Downvote?
Upvote. It's unusual.
Yeah, it's a ghost. And by the way, when I was a young boy and got chicken pox, I fucking beat the first Dragon Warrior game. So kids can do shit while they're sick.
That's wild. That's a tough game.
It ain't for the weak of heart.
Kinky Paddling.
Oh.
Fellas, try to control yourselves. I saw my locked bedroom door open on its own one night. It was about 2 a.m. and I was on my laptop facing the door, and then I heard the click of the lock and saw it open at about the same speed as someone casually opening a door to enter. Yikes.
Do not enjoy that possibility.
This is Dusky Farm. Heard my husband yell my name angrily inside the house. My 7-year-old heard him yell her name and came to find me and ask if she was in trouble and why was Dad home from work. He was not home from work. I called to make sure. I also used to hear whispers at night like two people were on a talk show radio when I was falling asleep at night. That's so wild. That's so wild that they both heard someone call, but it was their individual names.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like the meaning of it was more important. It sounds like a psychic communication.
Yeah, where the language breaks down into not like their essence, their sign, or their signified is just the name of who they're trying to draw attention to. So like everyone would have heard their own name, it's not saying your name, it's saying the name of who it is drawing attention to or from.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've been reading linguistic books again.
Here, we'll go out on this one. This is from Zakito Vasquito. I was at a sushi restaurant with my dad, and suddenly his sake cup just moved quickly a few inches without making a sound. We both dismissed it and didn't say anything. Then it happened again, and we asked if we both saw that. We kept moving it around, and it moved suddenly back to the same spot every time. The table was dry, the floor was level. This was a week or two after his dad / my grandpa had died. Wonder if it was him, and he made a toast with the cup. Never talked about it again.
Sounds to me like that cup is drunk.
Folks, thank you for joining us for another episode of Werewolf Radar, and for the first ever installment of Upvote Downvote.
It's a really good way to include any fucking I loved it. Is what
we kind of forgot to do it at the end there, but it was fun, and it's nice to have a name for a segment. I'll slide the Speaking Skull back into its ancient canopic and place that into the dimensional pocket where it exists. We hope you guys are having a nice time. Please tell your friends about the podcast, and please rate us somewhere. 5 stars and word of mouth really goes a long way. Hit us up on YouTube. Check all that stuff out. And until next time, please join us in our sign-off line. For everyone listening, on the count of 3, please join us. 1, 2, 3. Punch the sky!
Spaceman Joe.
Spaceman Joe.